Hey, party people. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me okay. I don't know if I need to adjust the volume on things. G'day, g'day, g'day. How's everybody doing? Good, good. If you hear any humming in the background, that's my computer. For some reason, it's being very noisy today. I don't have my new computer set up yet. I was supposed to do it over the weekend, but I wasn't feeling well. And the person who was going to help me with it was having car trouble all weekend, so that I could focus on the car. Hey, howdy, hey people joining. How you doing? Doing good? And I love you too, fine citizen. His new computer is just about done. At this point, he's just be like plugged into everything, have its like keyboard and monitors hooked up to it, and the OS installed. And then the fun process of me moving over everything off the old hard drives. And installing all my softwares onto it. So it's gonna be a whole ordeal. But hopefully it will work like faster and better than my previous desktop. Because this new one's a fully custom build, it's not a prepackaged thingy from a store. There are so many fruit flies in this room, and they're all gathered around one singular cup. I accidentally left a cup of wine in my office overnight, and it's attracted like all of the fruit flies. I don't think they can survive if they got into it though, because it's wine, it's alcohol, it would probably kill them. Fruit flies aren't very smart. Hey, howdy, hey. I'm kind of afraid to disturb the cup because there's so many flies. I'm afraid if I touch the cup, they're all gonna like go like in a cloud and they're gonna get all over the room. I'll have to like, when people are awake, so I don't wake anybody up, go to the garage and get the sticky stuff and put up the sticky stuff around the office, so when I do move the cup, they'll hopefully go to the sticky stuff and get stuck to it and not survive. I don't know if fruit flies get drunk. That would be a question to ask my friend Hana Lee. She used to work in a genetics lab where they studied fruit flies. She has since moved on to a new project, but when she worked in genetics, that's what she studied. So she knows all about them fruit flies. She used to joke about her work going home with her because she would come home and there'd be like flies attached to her jacket and they'd get into her house. Where I live hasn't been respecting the fact that it's supposed to be winter. Like, the end of last week, it was like 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but 80 degrees Fahrenheit is like pretty dang warm and not typical for where I live this time of year. It's pretty cold now, but it's supposed to spike back up to that same temperature later this week. And I'm like, oh my gosh, weather, make up your mind. Be normal. Do normal things. Not Florida. Not Florida. It's it'd be Texas. Though Texas has its own like climates because it's such a big state. I'm sorry if I cough. I still have my cough. It's just not as bad as it was before, but it's still like lingering. It's a lingering cough. Well, according to the weather people on my news station, it's I think they called it a La Nina year, which apparently means it's supposed to be unusually warm and then suddenly snap to cold later on. I don't believe anything these weather people say because we're in the era of climate change and anything can happen. Like, it got so cold and snowy in Texas earlier this last year that our power grid failed. And people died. It was not good. Houston is the Florida of Texas, let's be real. Because I see like news reports like, Houston man, blah 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 blah, and it's always something really crazy. And I'm like, oh, so Florida man. I hope ERCOT fixed the grid too. They probably didn't, but I hope they did. Coffee. Coffee good. You know, this coffee does not taste good. If you have school or work in the morning, you best go to sleep, people. I will not be responsible for you being, like, all, like, laggy, doing what you need to do the next day. Yeah, I spent most of the weekend sleeping, because I'm pretty sure I had a mononucleosis attack. Basically, if you catch mono once, especially if you get a severe case of it, like I did back in high school, the virus stays dormant in your body for the rest of your life as the Epstein-Barr virus, and it could rear its ugly head at any time to various layers of severity. And I'm pretty sure it decided to pop up this weekend and just make me miserable for a few days. My favorite coffee is not Starbucks, even though that's all that's really available around here is Starbucks. My favorite coffee is Joffrey's, which you can really only get in the Disney parks anymore. I don't think they have their own independent stores anymore. But Joffrey's is delicious. One of my aunts got the Epstein-Barr virus so bad she developed Epstein-Barr syndrome, where she literally was like constantly sleeping for several years straight. Like she only would get up long enough to like eat a little bit and go to the bathroom, and then she just would go back to sleep. And she was like that for years. She had to go on disability. It was not fun. Not fun for anybody. Hey, this predates Game of Thrones. This coffee company predates that by like several years. Hey, howdy, hey. If you're wondering why my model's jerking around, it's because I have to use my phone camera to do the capture. Because for some reason the program's not seeing any of my webcams. So I'm using my phone. And when my hand jerks my phone around, it jerks the model around. The tremors in my hand are so much fun. It's especially fun when I'm editing and I'm trying to get something really precise. All of a sudden my arm jerks and it sends my hand into hammer space. Like those like suddenly like jerk me to the right as I'm trying to do something really, really precise, and the whole thing is ruined. I'm so cute. Well, you're so cute too. I play y'all some of the songs that have become earblood and embedded themselves in my brain, but I'm pretty sure even though they're by like indie artists who aren't like super duper well known, they're probably copyrighted anyway. And we all know how YouTube is about stuff that's copyrighted. Everything is copyrighted, because there's people who try to copyright claim my voice, and I'm like, who are you? But the thing is, to counteract a copyright claim, you have to give out, like, your legal identifying information. And I don't like doing that unless I know for a fact I can win the appeal. and it's a company that I even remotely recognize as being not legit. Because there are some people I think are copywriting, claiming my stuff just because they want my information. They're like fishing for it, and I'm not about to fall for it. No. See, if I could have any power, I'd want to be like Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen. So I could be like really huge and walk around naked. And like people would like cower before me. Or be Vision from like the Marvel stuff. Vision's pretty cool. My day's alright. My day's alright. How's your day going? Basically, yes. It's like, what powers do you want, Kitti? The answer is yes. There's a theory going around where you take the movies Chris Pratt is in, and if you replace him with Jack Black, it makes for a better movie. And I hope someone tests this theory doing some hardcore editing, because I want to see this in action, because I firmly believe in it. I love Jack Black. See, I'd like to fly, but that looks exhausting. That looks really exhausting, just flying around. That would take up so much energy. Now, teleportation would be kind of nice. Just show up places. I see, I would use teleportation powers to stalk my state's governor and be like the ghost from A Christmas Carol and just like haunt the crap out of him, make him think I'm a ghost. And just be like, you suck. Can I say what? I'm not a furry, okay? I may have cat ears, but I'm not a furry. My brother's a furry, though. See, a better question would be, like, if you lived in the universe of Avatar, which kind of bender would you be? Da-da-da. Yeah. See, I'm seeing all this new merch now for Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra, and I'm like, where the f was all this stuff when these shows were on the air, and people were actively watching them, and there was a fandom? Because back when there was like an active fandom, we were desperate for awesome merchandise like what's coming out now. We would have loved like t-shirts and keychains and stickers and backpacks and cups and toys and all this cool stuff coming out. We would have loved that. But no, we got a couple rounds of action figures, maybe a couple of shirts, which most of them were for kids, like little kids. And that was about it. I bet the figures I got from like the original run of action figures way back in like 2006, 2007 probably are worth a lot of money. What do you guys think? Because I don't think I took some of them out of the packaging, so I think the ones that are still in the package are probably worth money. Should I go find them in storage and see if they're worth anything? Because the only ones I care about are like my Jet and Zuko figures. The rest I can part with. I'm a cat girl. I'm a kitty. I go, yeah. If they're in the storage thing I think they're in, the packaging is probably practically mint. I'm a cat. I'm not a magical cat either. I'm just a regular old cat. No weird stuff, okay? No weird stuff. Avatar is a great show. It starts off kind of slow. It has a lot of build up. But once it picks up momentum, it is solid. It's a solid show. It also lags a little bit in the second season, but then it picks right back up and it's great. And then the third season just bam, 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 bam. Yes, there's some filler, but the filler's good. On the subject of magic cards, there's this one card my brother is like kicking himself over. Because he totally remembers having it in good condition when he was in high school, but he has no idea what happened to it. And he saw what it's currently going for, and he's like, I could pay off most of my mortgage with that. Ow! I can meet any Avatar character, oh, that's a tough one because there are so many good characters. I'm really torn on that because, probably Zuko because I have a lot of questions for him. Namely, like, did he have a thing with Jet? Because there was totally a lot of subjects going on when they were hanging out, and I'm like, there's something gay going on here. And I thought that when I was like 16, when the show was on the air, currently like just playing on TV, and I was thinking that, I'm like, there's something going on here. Zuko, the flaming bisexual. Yeah, magic's still a thing. People are still playing, and they're still making cards. Rawr, XD. Good luck getting anywhere with Korra because she's pretty happy with her partner now. I've been reading the comics and I'm like, yes, they didn't break up. This is great. So gay. Delightfully gay. We need more, like, bi characters in media. Like, not just straight, not just gay, but also people who like everything. And are open about it. Like, I want to see a character who, like, in one episode has a boyfriend, then they break up, then the next episode has a girlfriend, and is treated as totally normal. I remember being on a forum for Avatar and Korra, like, for a long time. And when Korra was first airing, the first season, I remember getting on the thread about the shipping. And I'm like, you know what? I think Korra and Asami are gonna get together. And everyone was like, oh, Kitti, you're crazy. This is Nickelodeon. That's never gonna happen. Cue, like, the last episode of the last season. I get back on, and people were, like, quoting the original post I made. Like, oh my god, she was right. I'm like, see, I know some things. Yeah, they canceled live action Cowboy Bebop, and that saddened me, because I thought, up until the last few seconds, it was really great. You're never gonna please people when you, like, rush in an ending scene that totally wasn't meant to be there originally. Like, you're never gonna please people with that. They shouldn't have done that. But they should have just had the season end when it was supposed to end. But I thought it was great, and I loved the original anime. Huge Bebop fan. Just everything about Bebop I loved. And I thought the live action show did a great job. It captured the campy weirdness of the anime. Because that's what the anime is. It's campy and weird. Oh gosh. Oh gosh golly. I don't know if I want to see a live action Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't think... I've seen many attempts at a Kurama cosplay by all kinds of gender identities. And I've rarely seen anyone who wasn't like a very, very pretty person with Asian features able to pull off Kurama. It's just not possible. Can live action Gundam be live action Gundam Wing? Because that I would totally watch. Gundam Wing was great. I'd love to see who they've cast for a live action Gundam Wing. Because that had some great personalities in it. Freaking like Hito and Duo and Troa, Katara, Wufei. All would have been great. I would love to see that in live action. Even a live action Relina. The bitch. I got to watch the first 2 episodes of the live action Bebop when I visited with my brother a few weeks ago, and we enjoyed it immensely together. And then I finished it up when I got home, and I'm like, this is just great. I love campy weirdness. I would love to see a Cowboy Bebop live action film done by Stanley Kubrick. It's impossible, I know. But I think Kubrick could capture the essence of Bebop and put his own little twist on it. So it'd be extra weird. And I would watch that. Oh, I love you too, fine citizen. Whatever new animated Avatar-less Airbender projects they do, I want in on. Because I have been in the fandom since the original show was on air in 2005. I haven't been active in the fandom in a lot of years because there hasn't really been anything to talk about other than like all weird nostalgia merch coming out and speculation over the Netflix live action series, which I really don't care about either. But I worked on the live action movie by M. Night Shyamalan. I got to see what was going on. I'm like, oh, poor M. Night, he's gonna get so much hate for this. Poor dude. Even though it's the producer's fault, all this crap going on, because they've never watched the show, they just want money. And I met Mike and Brian at a convention in 2008. They liked my pants. Because my pants, I had painted all like the Avatar characters on them. And it was very nice. It came out very well, and they really liked my pants. And they signed the shirt I was wearing. It was great. I had a great experience with them. They're very nice people. My only problem with Tarantino is he wouldn't do Faye right. He would focus too much on the fact that she's a sexy character and take away a lot of her agency. That'd be my biggest fear over Tarantino directing Cowboy Bebop. What a lot of people don't understand is anime in and of itself is a very camp medium. Because of just how most anime has been made, it's very over emotive, like they're very expressive. And there's always a lot of weird effects and bright colors and stuff. And if you want to capture the essence of that, you gotta be campy. You gotta embrace the weird. You can't take it seriously. You can't take yourself seriously. I was a child of the 90s, of course I know Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, the man who never ages. Oh, Giono's here. Hello. Like, I remember the good old days of manga, where the manga authors and illustrators used to like leave little notes and like side panels, and at the end of each chapter, talking about like their thought process behind what's going on with the characters and just what's going on with themselves. Kind of like they were like vlogging while drawing, kind of a thing. And it was very interesting. They don't do that really anymore, and it's very sad. And if they do it anymore, it's probably edited now with the English releases, which is very sad. Because remember when Tokyo Pop was doing manga, they kept like everything in that the mangaka wanted kept in, and just translated everything, and it was dope. So you can tell even the people making the manga did not take themselves overly seriously. They're like, yeah, I know, I'm creating a fantastical world with weird-ass characters. It's my imagination, welcome to it. It's a shame Tokyo Pop made some bad business deals and went under. It's a real shame. I stopped keeping up with TMNT when I was like 10. Exactly, Matrix does not need any kind of reboot. It was perfect, near perfect, as it was. Leave it alone. Leave Matrix alone. I'm like, okay, if you have time to make a new Matrix film, perhaps you should get back on Sense8 and complete that show. Still waiting on a conclusion to Sense8, sisters. Get back on that. I'd like to know what happens. That was a pretty neat concept you came up with. Please finish it. Okay, thanks. I remember when I first watched, like, the beginning of Sense8, I'm like, this is weird. But it's delightfully weird. Netflix is so weird. Like, they'll, like, greenlight nearly any concept and then cancel it. I'm like, Netflix, why do you greenlight things only to cancel them? Tea is good. I like tea. And you remember the movie The Grudge? I don't know why I thought of it all of a sudden, but it just came to me. I saw the movie when I was in high school. It weirded me out. I'm pretty even with Cat Girls and Fox Girls. They're both neat in their own right. I play some video games, but I play them horribly. Because I don't really have much time to practice, you know? Part of me wants to watch The Grudge again, but I'm like, no, it's probably gonna scare me now. Like, I don't think I can watch Oldboy again. I watched the original Oldboy and the remake of Oldboy, but back when I watched it, I wasn't as sensitive to things as I am now. I don't think I can watch those movies now without being completely horrified. I wouldn't call myself a gamer. No, I would not. I remember Orange is the New Black. Remember when that was like the thing on Netflix? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. There's one movie I saw back in college called Bronson. About Charles Bronson, the inmate. Very interesting. Very interesting. Had a good soundtrack too. Fascinating movie. Definitely done indie style. It's neat. I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not. Because it came out a long time ago. I only saw a little bit of House of Cards. I really should. It was still around. I should finish it. I like the first few seasons of Orange is the New Black, and then it got really squirrely. Like, really squirrely. Hi, hi. I remember you, Ghosty Ghost. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name you wanted me to call you by. But keep in mind, it is after 2 in the morning my time, and my brain's all over the place. I'm like a really big movie person. I wish I had time again to really watch movies. I also wish, like, good movies were being made again that weren't just, like, blockbuster things or remakes. Like, original movies, you know? I did get out to see House of Gucci, and that was surprisingly really, really good. Because I didn't think I would be super into a movie that's like a plot that tells a loose version of the story of how the brand of Gucci became a giant and like the history of like the people who founded it, but it was really neat and well performed. Had some great cinematography. A lot of costume porn. At least if you can recognize designer clothes. A lot of costume porn. The only thing is the lead guy. I'm just gonna call him Kylo Ren. That's all I really know him as. Kylo Ren. His name slips me right now, but Kylo Ren just kept serving gay vibes the entire time. Even though he was only with women the entire movie, he kept serving gay vibes. Hey, howdy, hey. Yes, Kai. Hello, Kai. Hello, Infinite 8. I'm glad to have you here. The Green Knight, the Green Knight. I don't think I have. Oh, really? Neat. Very neat. Adam Driver, that's his name. Okay, yes, Adam Driver. His name was there, like, the back of my brain. I couldn't pinpoint it. So I just call him Kylo Ren. Or I also called him, when those movies were on, I called him Space Zuko. Zuko in space. Man, that whole thing with Kylo Ren and Rey, that was just Space Zutara. That's all that was. Why do you feel dead inside? Would you like some of my coffee? It might liven you up a bit. I need one of those, like, desk stands for my phone. I think I have one, I just don't know where it is. Adam Driver also has really strange body proportions. Like, I can't figure him out. I pity anyone who tries to draw him. It's like, sir, what is your body about? Hey, howdy, hey. can't help but wonder, with how many fangirls there are of Kylo Ren and Adam Driver, if the animatronics of Kylo Ren on the Rise of the Resistance rides at Disney World and Disneyland have been, like, molested by people. Good morning to you. I'm doing okay. A bit out of it, but doing okay. Adam Driver does have a very nice face. He's very distinctive looking. Like, he doesn't look like every other, like, A-list celebrity dude. Unlike all of the Chris's. My favorite food? Probably, like, Japanese food. I really like Japanese cooking. Keanu Reeves is pretty handsome. Even at his current age, he's still got it. Hi! Bread. I can't have bread really on my current diet. It makes me sad. Can't have bread, can't have potatoes. What's the stuff I can't have? I used to collect Pokemon cards way back when, but I stopped like forever ago. Yeah, one time I sneezed so hard it gave me a nosebleed. That was weird. Yeah, my brain's like permanently on a loading. Just constantly looping with the loading screen. That's my brain at all times. I do have a Discord. If it's not linked in the description, you can find it on my website. Linked all over the place on my website. You see, I can't have small collectible things like cards. They would just get lost or abscond with my children. Oh man, 90s AOL, those were the days. Oh, catch you later, Infinite. If you're going to sleep, sleep well. Anyone else remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge? That was like awesome. Kind of crying. We're all just vibing here. All just vibing. It's vibe time. I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking, Nicole. Oh, there's a train. Train. Dang. Trying to stretch. My current favorite video games are probably Beyond Blue, and I haven't really started it yet, but I've watched like playthroughs of it, and it's Never Alone, and it's a good looking game. I'm gonna start it this week on stream. I also will always like The Sims because it amuses me. Yeah, most adult cats are lactose intolerant. They should not be given milk. I needed to get my nails done because I broke one nail, but it's bothering me that it's broken. It's one of my good nails and it broke, and it's very sad. Whee! Come on. Oh, there we go. High five. Oh, come on. There we go. There's a moth in here. It's bothering me. Keeps like fluttering near the computer, then it flies away real fast, then it goes back near the computer, then it goes away really fast. I like moths. That's how to hurt. Dang cough. Oh, of course I did. Catch you later, my friend. Have a pleasant day. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't work. I thought I had an ingenious idea, but no, I did not. It was not ingenious at all. Yes, go to bed. It is very late. Get some sleep. 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 Have a good sleep. I was trying to see if I could use my microphone to prop up my phone, so I wouldn't have to keep holding it. But no, I couldn't prop it up. Kept slipping. Very hard to hear. Oh yeah, I'd say about half the things you learn in school are completely useless as an adult. School pretty much is supposed to train you for, like, the grind of the corporate world. It's really terrible. You know what really sucks about high school? I don't know if they still do it, but when I was in high school, when a girl wanted to play baseball, they were like, no, you have to play softball. And I'm like, but like, girls and boys were always in Little League together for years, and suddenly hit like middle school, high school, and suddenly the girls have to only play softball. And it's like, that is corrupt. Girls can play baseball. Oh my god, moth, get away. Get away, moth. Shoo. Fuck off. No, 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 no. Humanity can at least reproduce. Pandas are useless. Catch you later, J-Dog. Have a pleasant day. I'm probably gonna head off in like the next 20 minutes or so, because at around 3 a.m. my time is when Husbando in his time zone should be getting off from work, and I'm gonna want to bother him, because I haven't really bothered him in a while. See, pandas actively want to go extinct. All the right conditions will be there. They'll have plenty of food, protection from predators, and everything they need. There'll be a healthy male and a healthy female, and they just won't mate. For years. They'll refuse. They want to go extinct. My nose is so itchy and I don't know why. No, I don't want hiccups. Don't you start hiccups. Do not want hiccups. Dang it. Pandas just aren't smart. You know what animal is smart? Elephants. Elephants are wicked smart. Are there any elephant VTubers? I don't think I've seen an elephant. Which is surprising, because they're very majestic animals. Speaking of kids, I should probably check on little Fox soon. Last I checked, she was asleep. It's best to make sure she's still asleep. Yo, I too have a broken Switch, but my husband replaced it last year for Christmas. I've yet to hook it up though, because I don't want to risk a new one getting broken by my children. I may be a parent, but I'm not a kid person. Like, I'm okay with my kids, but like other people's kids, unless I know you really well as a person, get your little grease balls away from me. I'm gonna count the fruit flies on this wine glass. See if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. There's at least 28 fruit flies on this wine glass. Sleep well, my friend. Have a good night. I'm really afraid to touch this wine glass now. Like, I'm really afraid to touch it. They're on my metal straw, too. Meh. Meh. Oh, my friend. Ever since I first was actively on the internet, and people learned my gender identity, if I had Sims. Simping dates back decades, you know. And we love you too. Right, everybody? Right? I can't do a SpongeBob voice. I haven't seen SpongeBob in forever, actually. I actually wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob when it first came out, because my parents felt the show was really annoying and that it would destroy my brain. cats can't decide what room he wants to be in, so he's just gonna meow everywhere. If you feel the sleepies coming on, you should sleep. Don't fight the sleep. Fighting sleep's bad for you. I have 5 cats, and a bird, and a dog, and a snake. And I want a hamster, but that's a bad idea with 5 cats and a dog. Aloha, grapefruit. All my cats are fat in one way or another. They just obsess over food. They just eat. Like, stop it. You're obese, kitties. Stop it. I think it's okay to fat shame cats. Like, that's perfectly okay. Cats can be fat shamed. Don't let me keep you from work, Adam. Don't let me keep you from work. I wouldn't want you to get in trouble with your boss on my part. Or my count, whatever the phrase is. Fat Shame Cats 2022 2K 2K22 Fat Shame Your Cats. Yeah, having a cat run away is the worst. I'm so sorry. One of my cats was an indoor-outdoor cat, and then he said one day he was going to be an outdoor cat only, and then he got hit by a car. R.I.P. Zen. You were a good boy. So how's everybody doing? Everyone vibing? Good chill vibes going on? We all chilled out? Yay, we chill. We chillin' like villains. There's bugs. I'm bothered. Being sick sucks. Like, I feel ya. I was kind of not feeling well all weekend. I was finally feeling okay enough to eat, and then I ordered food, and the delivery person brought me the wrong order. I mean, some of the food from the wrong order was kind of tasty, but some of it I couldn't eat, and I was like, Catch you later, Kiosra. Sleep well. I forget why we started talking about cats. Sometimes topics just come up, you know? Just heads up, I'm gonna go in like the next 5 minutes because I need to check on my kiddos, make sure they're all sleeping okay, and then I want to bother my husband out when he gets off from work because he's on the opposite side of the world, so it's just now getting to be evening time where he is, well, instead of early morning. I'd like to bother him. Oh boy, finals. It's that time of year, isn't it? Yeah, don't cook cats. Cats are not edible. Well, on a technical level they are, but don't eat them. They're not good for you. Don't eat predators. I don't miss being in school because I don't miss things like finals. That was hell. That was real hell. Sorry, dude. But just know once they're done, they're done. And you can move on. Just think, one day you'll be out of school and it'll all be behind you. I will enjoy annoying him. He's fun to annoy. Sleep well, my friend. I really want to do an ASMR recording at the place where I get like my nails and my toes done, but it's always so noisy there because people are always talking, and I'm like, oh, why can't I just go when it's quiet so I can just capture the lovely sounds of like the pedicure and the manicure, because it's so relaxing. Like, yeah, senior year, don't have much time left, you're good to go soon. Well, catch you later, Kai. Feel better, okay? Ooh, Corona, no good. No bueno, Corona. I was almost gonna sneeze. That would have been weird. Anyone still play with Legos? I mean, I don't, but my kids do. What cool Lego things are out? I need to figure out what tools they use in the nail salon. That's the thing, 'cause I don't know what tools they use. I don't know what they're called. Alright, y'all, it's 3. I best go check on my kiddos and wait for my husband to be off work so I can bother him. Jurassic Park Legos? I'll have to keep that in mind. Right. I will see you in the next audio/stream. Love you all and stay awesome. Mwah. Mwah. Bye 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 bye. Bye 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 bye. Meow. Meow.